Hey guys, Lee here. Today is going to be just a little bit of a chill video. I'm not going to be doing any desk shots today. It's just going to be my ugly mug and you and me chatting a little bit about Zeke's Lunchbox April Art Prompt Challenge. So the last day was yesterday, which was April 30th, and today is May 1st, May Day, or Beltane if you celebrate Beltane. And basically, I just want to talk a little bit about my experiences. So essentially, I want to fulfill the last prompt, which is reflect and rest. So I did reflect and rest yesterday from doing the prompt list, but today I just really want to verbally reflect in a very chill way with you guys. So anyway, without further ado, I have the prompt list on my tablet right here, and I'm just going to go through and let it kind of remind me about how the month went. So you starting off with week 1, we have blobs, repetition, circle, square, 2 colors, 3 colors, and rainbow. And that was a pretty interesting journey for me because I started posting daily videos on my YouTube channel, and that's something that I have attempted to do a few times and never achieved. I've always gotten really overwhelmed with trying to balance that and work. Fortunately, this month, or April that is, I didn't have work, so I had the time to do this. But really, I was able to discover that it doesn't take, I don't have to do long, drawn out videos. I can do quick little time lapses that really only take me a couple of hours to make. So I think one of the biggest things that I'm taking from this art challenge is video art and being able to create more consistent and enjoyable videos, at least I think enjoyable videos, on a regular basis and not having it be months in between videos. So hopefully that is something that I'll be able to continue. I don't think I'll be doing daily videos going forth, but we'll definitely start incorporating filming on a daily basis and uploading videos hopefully a few times every week. I did really enjoy just kind of letting go and letting my creative brain take over. So here's day 1, which is blobs, and just all for the first week, you know, it's just super creative. I'm not worrying about the outcome of these. I'm really just letting myself be free, and that's extremely important for me in art. And then on the last day of the first week, I did a portrait. And this one definitely kind of upped the stakes for me a little bit. I intended this to be something that I carried on through the rest of the prompts, of just doing really free-flowing, not caring about it kinds of paintings, and doing one more detailed, in-depth one at the end of each week. And I think part of it, well, one of the things that also happened was I was just using random materials that I had, like scrap paper and scrap cardboard and stuff. And the portrait paper is actually a piece of paper that's been sitting in my drawer for over a year now, that was given to me by a friend. And I had it's really nice Arches watercolor paper that I've never used before, and I had a few sheets of it, and because I was just using things that had been laying around, I started doing more. I finished off those in the following week, and that did kind of add a little bit of pressure for me. So I started to feel the pressure to produce really high quality art, so I had to like actively combat that because it was really weighing on me. The only way I could produce that high quality of art would be to spend like, several hours on a piece, and then on top of that having to edit the video and create the video. So that was a little bit too much of a time commitment for me. So even though I really wanted to, I had to still force myself to keep it simple. And so I switched up my supplies, and I used some lower quality supplies that were a massive struggle for me. But it's really cool because one of the coolest things about art is learning how to problem solve. And sometimes you have to take what you have and work with it, and you can actually discover your style by doing that. So I do think it's a really good exercise to use supplies that you're not comfortable with. And so yeah, I just started doing whatever and just trying to let myself be chill with it. And so week 2, we get into the more like nature kind of elements, and ending off with fabric, which actually kind of kicks off the next section. But so week 1 and week 2, I came across a few challenges, but overall I was able to follow through and get all of the pieces in. And so that was nice, and I'm really proud of myself for having done that. The beginning of week 3, I really started to feel burned out and very simultaneously like stagnant and bogged down with things to do. Like my apartment was, I was starting to do these cleaning tasks and organizational tasks in my apartment, and it was great, and I'm really glad that I did it. Obviously not my desk area, but it added a lot of stress for me, and I ended up missing a couple of days from week 3, and it was the second day, which was 2 light sources, and the last day, which was transparent. And I was really kicking myself for that, and I intended to go back and do it, but I never did. So then I moved on to week 4, and that was really nice, because after that kind of stagnant, emotionally difficult week, I was like, you know what, I need to like wipe the slate clean. I don't, if you saw my YouTube video about the quality art supplies, and the graphite videos that I did, those were all for week 4, and it was nice. It was really nice to just get back to the most basic supplies, and I actually haven't done that in years. Like I haven't just used graphite to make art in years, so at least not a finished piece, and it was really, really nice. And I used a sketchbook that I had been sitting on my shelf for a long time, and I did these cool figure studies, and I did these facial feature sketches, which turned out really well, and kind of reminded me that I have these skills. So that was nice. I've been thinking about doing graphite for a while now, and it was just nice to do that. So, and yeah, anyway, I'm gonna jump around a little bit because I'm remembering some of the other pieces. I did an Easter piece and that was fun, and this is definitely more of an illustrative style that kind of came out here. So I don't know. I'm intrigued to do more compositionally complex pieces. I think that's something that's been missing from my art for a while. So I wouldn't have realized that if I hadn't done this art challenge. So I really do feel grateful that I did it, and I encourage you to do an art challenge yourself. Lots of creators come up with them. You can come up with your own. You can do one that's already passed and just follow the prompts. And yeah, I really, really, really enjoyed it. It pushed me out of my comfort zone. You know, I was like it's kind of like, you know, you get thrown out on a rod and then reeled back in, and it's just a fun journey where you just learn a lot. And specifically this prompt challenge by Zekeslunchbox is really, really excellent for beginners. I would say this would be an excellent prompt list to use in a classroom setting to if you're starting from the very basics, because like it literally just starts off with you making marks, like getting you comfortable putting marks on the paper, and then it gets you into textures, and then it gets you into lighting and composition, and then, you know, you get into body and form. So like it covers the gamut of artistic expression on a very basic level, and I think it's an excellent, excellent art challenge. And thank you, Zekeslunchbox, for creating the challenge. It's just was an excellent. It's one of the most unique art prompt challenges that I've ever done, and I'm just very grateful for it. And I recommend that anybody does it too. Even doesn't have to be for April. It can be for May. It can be for any month. Go check it out. Go take a screenshot from Zekeslunchbox's Instagram page and do it whenever it feels right. So anyway, that's all I have to say today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I would absolutely love to hear your feedback. So if you have anything to say, be it positive criticism or negative criticism, as long as it's respectful, please leave those in the comment section down below. And I will see you guys next time. Have a great time making art and enjoying some solitude in quarantine, or, you know, keep on beating the grindstone, or whatever the expression is, if you're one of those essential workers. And thank you for being out there and, you know, working to keep people fed and healthy. So you're extremely special, and I appreciate you. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Y'all have a great night. Bye.